On today's Core of the Bible Daily Insight, we're talking about outward strength through internal compassion and unity. In 1 Peter 3, Peter writes this. He says, "Finally, all of you should be of one mind. Sympathize with each other. Love each other as brothers and sisters. Be compassionate and keep a humble attitude." According to Peter, being compassionate is simply one of many expected traits believers should exhibit. The compassion he's speaking of here is extended not just to those outside of the faith, but to one another. If we cannot be compassionate with one another, how can we be truly compassionate towards others who are not believers? For us to be truly compassionate with others, we should be operating from a base of harmony with one another and recognizing one another's needs sympathetically. Once we're able to show brotherly love to each other through humility and compassionate actions, we can then have a united purpose with those outside the faith. Once he establishes their base actions with one another, Peter expands his directives to their attitude toward others who did not agree with their position or their beliefs. In 1 Peter 3, he writes, "Don't repay evil for evil. Don't retaliate with insults when people insult you. Instead, pay them back with a blessing. That's what God has called you to do, and he will bless you for it. For the scriptures say, if you want to enjoy life and see many happy days, keep your tongue from speaking evil and your lips from telling lies. Turn away from evil and do good. Search for peace and work to maintain it. The eyes of the Lord watch over those who do right, and his ears are open to their prayers. But the Lord turns his face against those who do evil. Now, who will want to harm you if you are eager to do good? But even if you suffer for doing what is right, God will reward you for it. So don't worry or be afraid of their threats." Now, this was a very real assessment of the social status of the early believers. They were always in danger, not only from the civil strife of their day, but from the religious antagonism and persecution of their Jewish brothers and sisters. Additionally, they were challenged with resisting the influences of the pagan society. And through all of this, Peter encourages them to repay evil with blessing and seeking to maintain the peace because this is what God has called you to do. In like fashion, for us to fulfill our calling, we should mimic their harmony, humility, and compassionate actions with one another so we may be able to effectively stand together for God's purpose and kingdom in a hostile world. Well, I hope today's insight was helpful for you. As always, please visit coreofthebible.org for hundreds of Bible articles like this, along with other podcast episodes and videos. Thanks so much for listening today. Take care.